Hello. Okay, let's see here. Waiting for some folks to come in. Just sent off a message. See who will pop in. So while I'm waiting for people to come in, I'm just gonna flip through the TikTok. Hi, South Florida, the thrifter. How are you? So you're the first one in. Yay! I'm gonna wait a few minutes. So while I'm waiting, I'm gonna be flipping through some TikTok videos. Prove me wrong. Well, white people haven't invented anything in this world. Prove me wrong. Well, white people haven't invented anything in this world. So I made it, wait a minute, instead of watching TikTok videos, I might play some music while we're waiting for some folks to come in. Can you hear me okay? So we're gonna listen to a little bit of music while we're waiting for a few people to come in. Switch. How are you, South Florida? You thought you'd leave me crying. Oh, thank you, South Florida thrifter. Listening to the music from someone artist from Hawaii. So. Thanks. I'm just gonna wait a few minutes to see if anybody else come in, because I just did this impromptu live stream as an introduction into getting started with the videos. As you can see, Stevie J posted that I'll be on with him tomorrow on his live stream. So I just wanted to do an impromptu. It was a last in a minute because I was just laying here. I wasn't feeling too well earlier today. Excuse me. So, because I had groceries, I had groceries delivered. So was waiting up for that. And I had a package of my tea that I normally get from Hawaii that I normally drink. I had ordered some of that because it comes out of Hawaii. I can't find it out here. So I ended up trying to take a nap and wasn't feeling too well. So I'm like, let me just get up, put my face on, and I was going to do a video, and I may do that if nobody else comes in. It's pretty much a Q&A. Hi, Tiffany Daniels. Hello, my darling. And how are you? So as I was telling South Florida, I just did this. It was last minute because I really wasn't feeling well today. Excuse me for the cough. Zod, what's going on, my man? How's it going, Shimei? So this is just a little bit better. So whatever questions, it no holds bar on whatever questions you want to ask me. Let's try not to get this. The one thing I do request, nothing too political, because me and politics don't mix. I hate politics with a mad passion. So please forgive me if I be coughing here and there. So whatever questions you guys want to ask me, just you can ask me. I'm gonna know. So I'll probably play a little bit of music before to see who else comes in. Hey, the Black Pearl, how are you? Oh, hola, ¿cómo estás, Black Pearl? That's one of my travel on my travel bucket list, to visit Panama, because I had a friend. I went to high school with a girl. She was from Panama. So I'm doing this live stream just to Q&A. So whatever questions you guys want to ask, feel free, type away, ask away. I'm an open book. I'm pretty much an open book, to where I'll answer any questions as long as it doesn't get too political. Because like I was saying earlier, me and politics don't mix. And I, surprisingly enough, I actually had a friend of mine was like, "Oh, you have such a presence, that why don't you get into politics?" I'm like, first and foremost, I can't do politics because, one, I have a mouth and I'm a sailor. So a debate in politics would be bleep, bleep. You pretty much, you wouldn't be able to transcribe that debate. So that's why I don't want to do politics. And then she's like, well, how come you're not a lawyer? Because you're very knowledgeable on the legal. I was like, reason why I'm not a lawyer. I was in the process of watching that. I didn't see the full. I'll probably watch it tonight, because I was bouncing around from different videos. I'm also trying to keep up to date with the stimulus package, but and other stuff. I'll tell you this, one of my another favorite YouTube vlogger that I follow, that I've been following for years, Lovely T, she did a live stream yesterday. And oh, is it? So Lovely T did a live stream yesterday. So she talked on different subjects, but she did hit on JD and the Nameless R's case. Now, she actually did, because a lot of people, she mostly deal with contents dealing with within the Black community, because she's a Black content YouTube vlogger. But she did cover the Nameless R's and JD a year ago, and she gave her opinion on, she wasn't for the Nameless R. She really, hi Johnny's girl. Yeah, this is a last minute hit impromptu Q&A. So whatever questions you want to ask me about my life or whatever, ask away. I'm an open book. I just ask that you trying to keep it not political, because me and politics don't get along. But hi Keely Talks. How are you? I'm just doing an impromptu last minute hit hit live stream. So it's pretty much a Q&A. Whatever questions, whatever you guys want to know about, ask away. So I'm doing okay. I wasn't feeling too well earlier today, but I'm like, I was laying in bed trying to take a nap, and I'm like, so let me just get up and do a video. I was gonna do a video, but I might. Then I was like, so let's do a live stream, introduction live stream, and um, ask me any questions. Yeah, South Florida. So, whatever, if you guys got any questions you guys want to ask me, feel free. So, I'll probably, thanks. Well, because speaking of that, because let's talk about what's going on now. Because no matter what, she actually hit on that yesterday about the Lovely T. She covered that JD and the Nameless Arts case last year, but she does more content for, like I said, within the Black community. So when she talked about it on her live stream yesterday, um, she's like, I'm not. What film? It depends. Anything that I like, Keely, I like suspense. I like suspense thrillers. I like psychological dramas. I like because, in a matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you a psychological drama, and a lot of people, but it's categorized under a horror film, and that's the movie Saw. Because if you seen the first movie, he wasn't trying to purposely kill you. He was trying to give you what Saw was doing is here's this man terminally ill, dying of cancer, realized that he took life for granted. Oh, I love British movies as well. He took life for granted. So he's like, something? I'm gonna wake the world. I want to wake the world up. I'm gonna put people in certain situations to determine to see would they strive to live or would they just give up and die. So that was what Jigsaw's interpretation was for the, well, if you want to call them death traps, is what would you do? How far would you go to stay alive? So basically he was, and if you notice in the Saw movies, he only picked the people that took life for granted. But then, after a couple of movies, it started switching over to just plain old killing. But yeah, I love British movies too. My actual favorite British movie happens to be I forgot. Well, it's about the prisoner Charles Bronson because he literally actually changed his name to Charles Bronson. And a matter of fact, Tom Hardy played him in that movie, and I think that was one of Tom Hardy's best movies. That a lot of I pretty much the Hollywood is really sleeping on Tom Hardy because between him from playing Wuthering Heathcliff in Wuthering Heights to playing Charles Bronson in the Bronson movie, oh my God, his acting range is phenomenal. Um, yes, Johnny Girl, I was a Johnny Depp fan. I grew up watching 21 Jump Street. So every time I come home from school, uh, whatever time, I think at that time, I think it came on at 7 or 8 at that time. So yeah, I think me and my mom would watch it. I think because my dad at the time was in the military, so um, when he was home, he would sit there and watch. He's like, "Oh, brother." Me and my mom just sit there and watch 21 Jump Street. Um, I've been, I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know all this went on until last year. Until the tapes leaked, I didn't know that. Um, one, I didn't know who the nameless artist was, and didn't know he had. I knew in 2010, um, uh, that him and Vanessa Paradis had split, but I know they didn't mention it until like 2 years afterwards. Because I believe there's an interview he did, and he actually, I believe he did mention that, yeah, we actually was broken up in 2010, but we waited it was a unified decision to wait 2 years after we broke up to announce that we broke up, because they were because of the kids. They didn't want to just come out in 2010, oh, we're broken up, because at the time, whatever age the kids were, they wanted to get a couple more years in, and for the kids. Yeah, because I had my channel up for years. If you look at my past videos, the last video I made was like 2017, before I started other videos. That was in 2017 at my graduation for getting my associate's. Yeah, South Florida. That's what I was saying. The Saw movies is actually a psychological drama that kind of makes you think. Because after I saw the first one, I'm like, if I was, yeah, how basically it's like, what would you do? Like the show, what would you do if you saw this? So basically is, what would you do if you were stuck in this situation? How far would you go? Would you cut your own leg off just to survive? Or would you just lay there and die? Yeah. Anybody else have any questions? So yeah, that's yeah, because like I said, I didn't find out about it until last year. Hi, Elizabeth Me. How are you? How are you? Welcome. This is a Q&A, so whatever questions, whatever you want to know about me, because I know there's a lot of things I haven't said about me. So if you have any questions, I'm like, I mean, the questions could be about, JD and the nameless arts. It also could be about personal questions. Like I said, I'm an open book. I'm an honest person, so um, I'm an only the Black Pearl. I'm an only child, but when you join an organ, because I'm an Eastern Star, um, I the men in my the Masonic Lodge, because in order to be an Eastern Star, um, you have to have a family member. Either you have to have an aunt or someone, a female in your family that's an Eastern Star, but the actual one, you have to have a male, whether it's your uncle, brother, father, that's a Mason. Well, my uncle, may he rest in peace, was a Mason. So He was trying to get me to join in 2003. And I think that was God's way of saying, no, you're not ready yet. So in 2011, that's when I became an Eastern Star. So once you become, once you join that organization, the Masons, the men in the Freemasons, the Masons, the guys that are in the Masonic Lodge, they now become your brothers. Like my fellow Eastern Stars are my sisters. I've heard about that. According to what I know there's female Freemason lodges in Europe, but here in the United States, only men can be Freemasons. That's why one of the members of the Freemasons, I think it's McCoy. He was the one that created the Eastern Stars, which is for the females, like the mothers, the daughters, the widows, the sisters, the aunts. So that's why they have the Eastern Star. But according to run an Eastern Star chapter, you have to have a Master Mason as your Patreon Mason. Black Pearl, what is the British Constitution? Hold on a minute, let me look that up. Well, hey Rob, how is it going? That's fine, Johnny's girl. It's great to thank you for swinging by. Okay, the Black Pearl, the British Constitution, 1717. So, yeah, I'm like, every organizations have I had to step away from my chapter when I was from Eastern Stars, from my Eastern Star chapter in Hawaii because it was so political. I'm like, I joined the Eastern Stars for, like a sisterhood and brotherhood. But when it gets to the point to where you have other Eastern Star chapters saying, oh no, don't talk to this chapter, don't talk to this, don't talk to them, whoop de woo. I couldn't deal with the politics. I'm like, I joined this for camaraderie, for brotherhood and sisterhood, not this bickering back and forth in politics. Because like I said, me and politics don't mix well. Thanks, Rob. I appreciate it. Hi, Moonshade. Hello, my darling. Hadn't seen you in a long while. Yeah, I still have my and a matter of fact that I think I lost it. I still have my Eastern Star regalia. Is like anybody want to ask any questions? Because like I said, this is a Q&A. This is to get to know me, or whatever questions you have. It's like, it doesn't matter how personal The question is, like I said, I'm an honest person. I'm an open book. So, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Moonshade. Yeah, I took last week. Yeah, last Friday. Uh, I took my first shot. Elizabeth, um, for Masons, you have to be a male. You could be an Eastern Star, but yeah, the organization has it's a lot of politics in it, and so it's no Black Pro. I don't have to pay for my vaccination because what kind of music do I like? Hold on, I'm gonna play one of my Pandora channels. My Tiffany, my music playlist is everywhere. From I got my favorite song from Skid Row. I got my favorite song from, I like Latin, salsa, Enya, Enigma, Polynesian music, um, classical, who R&B, hip hop, old school. I'm talking about when I say old school, I'm talking about all the way down to like the 50s, 60s, um, even down to the 1920s, like during the speakeasy days. Yeah, Elizabeth, me. If you Google the Order of the Eastern Stars, it's gonna tell you Eastern Stars was created by a Mason. Oh, okay, Moonshade. I hope you feel better. Moonshade. I am very hello, Steve. How are you? Yeah, my music taste is very eclectic. I'm like, when I tell you, it's everywhere. Yes, I even listen to some of these younger generations. Like the one music artist I can deal with now, as far as being like as female artist, rap artist, is Cardi B. I can deal with her, and Meg Thee Stallion. I could listen to their music. It's not that bad. Because speaking of that, the song that Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion did called WAP, everybody they were oh so pressed. But if you go back in the day to the 1930s, there's this one blues singer that, oh my God, the song was like, I listened to the song and I'm like, and they were having a heart attack over her Cardi B song WAP. Oh my God. Hold on. I'm trying to read everybody's. Okay. Yeah, that's why I had to step away, because when I say when you join a chapter, you pretty much got to make sure you pretty much, depending on what position or you're in a chapter, in a like a lodge or a chapter like that, it's very busy. And it took, because I was actually the secretary of my Eastern Star chapter. And I'm telling you, my worthy matron is like, one weekend we have a fun event to go to where we could let our hair down and cut loose. The next weekend, or that earlier that day, we'll have feed the homeless, do charitable work. Then that night we party hard, because I'm gonna tell you, Masons. organizations like the Freemasons, they work hard and they party hard. But they do a lot. They do so much for the community. I've got to reach out and try to find a chapter out here. That's why I backed away from it, Elizabeth, me, because the politics of it all. I joined the Eastern Stars for a sisterhood and and a brotherhood with my Masonic brothers. But yeah, it was too political for me. I was like, I can't deal with it. Oh, I love calypso, reggae, reggaeton, everything, and pretty much anything under the sun. Yes, I have Hollywood vampires on my Pandora her station. I have I'll actually name you all this pretty much some of the stations I have on Pandora. I might just in a matter of fact, hold on, let's play this. This is my Samoa music channel. So I'm gonna read you my collection, how eclectic my music is. I have the Samoan music channel, the Mark Anthony. I have the Mark Anthony. Because I love Mark Anthony. He's one of my favorite Latin singers. Stefflon Don. Now, for those of y'all that in the States, I don't know if you know Stefflon Don. Stefflon Don is a Black female island music artist, and I think she's based out of London. Rock, no. Here's what's happening. And I just got done watching the Quarterings video earlier, like literally in about 2 hours ago. No, about an hour ago, Rob. What's happening, and according to what the Quartering is saying, he's saying that the Nameless Arse is saying that Warner Brothers putting out that she thinks that Warner Brothers purposely putting out she's fired from Aquaman 2 because, like I said in live streams and in the chat rooms, there's a loophole to your contract. So they're trying to do her like they did Johnny. The only difference with what they did with Johnny, they forcefully made him resign. Basically, what they did, Warner Brothers did with JD was, you need to resign or we could fire you. Now they're thinking, okay, if we ask them to resign, we're not going to get a little bit of backlash. Boy, was they wrong. They got a whole lot of backlash. Now, like I was saying in live streams in chat rooms, the loophole is in the entertainment industry, you have to be insured. Now, if your insurance company drops you, you cannot set foot on a movie set. You cannot set foot on a TV set if you're not insured. And I have a strong feeling that Warner Brothers is probably whispering in her insurance company's ears, like, maybe if you drop her. Because like the Quartering said, they can't drop her just by her being, she's overweight. So that's a null and void. You can't fire someone for being fat. If that's the case, then you're going to have a whole slew of civil cases. So they're trying to probably find something in her insurance to where, okay, is she following the protocols according to her contract and insurance? If not, then they could give her the boot. So they're trying, basically what Warner Brothers is doing right now, they already see the mess that they got themselves into after they forcefully made JD resign. They're trying to clean up their mess. Too little, too late. And I'm pretty sure Disney is in Warner Brothers' ears like, um, yeah, we gonna need you to solve that issue. Okay, hold on a minute. I'm trying to. Yeah, I take. And a matter of fact, I take my second COVID shot on the 19th in a couple of weeks. I took my first one last Friday, and boy, I tell you, I was running. The side effects I got with that, I was running to the bathroom because I think I might have dropped a few pounds from that. So that's pretty much the only kind of setback I had. But other than that, I'm pretty much, as far as shots, I'm like, being in the military, I had to take anthrax shots, and those were a set of 2 shots, 6 shots, but we had to take two, one in each arm in 3 increments. So if I can survive taking the anthrax shots, I'm sure I can survive taking the COVID vaccination. Yeah, I like the 60 soul and blues music. Don't mind me, I'm gonna be all over the place because I'm trying to read everybody's questions. Oh yeah, Rob. I know about the music because all I got to do is, if I play any music, all I got to do is just state the song that's playing and the artist. And a matter of fact, with that, here's what a lot of people, what you guys do. If you want to play a song, make sure you either say one or two. I do not own the rights to this music, or, and you put that in the description. I do not own the right to this music that's playing in the background, or you give credit in the description. You put the name of the song and the artist that sings it, and you're good. Because a friend of mine, I had someone who was they got hit for playing music on Facebook. And it's the same with Facebook. So if you're playing music in the background, you just put the name of the artist and the name of the song, the name of the artist, or you just put a disclaimer. I do not own the rights to the music in the background. Because if you go on TikTok, they're playing other people's music, and what they do in the description, or in the text, I do not own the rights to this music, and that's playing in the background. So as long as you say one of those two statements, put that in your description, you won't get hit for playing someone's music. Because basically all that is, Rob, is they just want you just give, if you give the artist who's credit of the music that you're playing in the background, you're good. That's all they want. I was like, okay, if you're gonna play my music on the background, hello, you just got to give the artist credit, or you just say as a disclaimer, I do not own the rights to the music. So that way they can't say, oh, copyright description. I don't own the rights to the music that's playing in the background. I like to put I give them the credit. I give the artist the credit. It Because that's basically what it is. If you're playing somebody's music in the background and you don't acknowledge that this is artist so and so, this is their song so and so, that's when they want to hit you with a copyright. So hold on a minute. I'm trying to see everybody's. Robbie, we were thinking she is pregnant with the embryos of Musk. I don't know, because if she wants to use the embryos, I don't know how that goes. I think if you got embryos with a person and you're no longer with that person, I think you would, if you want to use them, I think you would have to notify them to let them know, hey, we're about to have this baby. But I don't, California, I don't know how that works. I'm gonna have to do a little research on that. Oh, Radio Garden. Thanks, Black Pearl. Cause yeah, I love all kinds of music. The Black Pearl. Well, she's not overweight. Overweight for see me, I'm overweight. She just packed on a few pounds. She just was starting to actually somewhat get some curves, but I digress. Um, okay, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm trying to read what everybody's saying. According to Andy from Popcorn Planet, Amber is working out for roles. Steve, I'm gonna tell you right now, they cannot kill Mirror's character. They cannot kill the character Mirror because if they're going according to the comic books, they can easily write her Mirror out of Aquaman 2, but they cannot kill her character because eventually, I think somewhere at some point in time, I think Mirror even has her own comic book, but for the Aquaman him franchise, she's probably several comic books down the line. So that's why I said if they're doing the Aquaman franchise according to the comic books, then they'll be able to write Mirror out the way and add Mirror like probably at Aquaman 10 if they even go that far. Well, she can't. Well, I'm gonna tell you right there, Steve. With according to Andy from Popcorn and to think killing Mirror off, thus ending her. No, because like I said earlier, Steve, there's a loophole to everybody's contract. So, like, if your job, there's a loophole to your work contract to where if your job want to haul off up and fire you, they're gonna find that loophole because there's a loophole to every contract. Keely talks. Keep an eye on that because sometimes I notice YouTube will unsubscribe you to some channels because I could have sworn I got on when I was went on one of Mr. Zod's live stream. I subscribed to PB pop culture. And next thing I know, when I go check, I'm unsubscribed to him. I'm like, I know I subscribed. So keep an eye on that because sometimes they may subscribe you. And I notice YouTube also, if you do a notification reminder of if somebody's going to go live, they're like, I'm like, I didn't get that notification. Because, in a matter of fact, one of the YouTube vloggers, Lovely T, she covered that. YouTube is on some, yeah, they doing some shady stuff. Yes, Moonshade, Musk wanted the embryos destroyed. That's why I think if she was to use them, she has to notify him. And he's like, no. Okay, Elizabeth, me, Steve, they can give Mirror limited stream time. Hi, Carrie Louise. Thank you, Carrie. So I'm trying to read the comments. Bear with me, y'all. Moonshay, keep in mind, at that time, Elon Musk was probably, Muskie got a lot of money. So he could actually, a lot of stuff, that case, maybe the court case documents may be sealed. I don't know. Because it's California, I don't know how things work in California when it comes to that. I think he probably could have had them sealed. The Black Pearl. That is what Robin Company said the other day. The Black. Okay. Do you think? Yeah, she was probably gaslighting Mr. Musk. Well, Steve, because the only thing, yeah, WB is falling into a hole, but after they released the movie trailer for Mortal Kombat, they may, and like I'm gonna say this as a big may, be able to recover from that. May. That's not a definite, but I think they may be able to recover from all that they lost if this Mortal Kombat movie is on point. Because right now, I love the trailer of what it's gonna be. I love how they did the trailer, but once it comes out, if it's not like it was supposed to be what everybody thinks, then they're gonna hit rock bottom. But maybe Mortal Kombat, maybe, and I'm saying this, maybe, not a guarantee, they may be able to survive this. If not, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, well, Shay, that's what they've been. Yeah, YouTube's been on some stuff. Oh yeah, they are, Elizabeth. Me, they are about to lose some money pissing off fans. But like I said, if this Mortal Kombat movie is all about it, because right now, a lot of people are hyped about the Sorry, adjusting my little rug here. If the Mortal Kombat movie is excuse me, what it's cracked up to be, they may be able to pull out of it, but I doubt it, because you're gonna have to throw another slew of movies like Mortal Kombat if it does well in the box office and on streaming back to back to recover from the loss. Hold on a minute. Wait a minute. Did I just miss the WB tested? Yeah, and a matter of fact, the Black Pearl, the quartering even said that. Said the same thing you said. They probably wanted to test the waters just to get a response of how the fans would react if they said, "Oh, Amber Heard is fired." And right now, they're looking at what everybody's um, they're looking at what the fans are saying now. Hi, Daryl Blanche. Black Pro, they see we are happy to see the back of shirt, and then they'll go, yeah, because that's basically what what it is. I think they're what we call fishing. So they're fishing to see. We just want to see for shits and giggles what the fan response would be if we said, oh, if we put out rumors, oh, she's fired. Oh, the insurance company is about to drop her. And right now they're seeing what our response is thank you, Jesus. Can we get Amelia Clark to recast Amelia Clark? At this point, I'll take anybody but the nameless artist because, like I said, I watched Aquaman, excuse me, again last year, and now that I know who she is, Aquaman, the first Aquaman, is tainted for me. I hadn't seen the full on video because I know E Hacker, he did a video. I only watched a little bit, then I switched to. I'm gonna have to go look at that video. Moonshade. Here's what I think. I think they're trying to find. I think what WB is trying to do is they're trying to find that lovely little loophole where they can fire her. And like I said, there's a loophole to everything. There's a loophole to every contract. Your job has a loophole whether or not if they can fire you. Because I live in Nevada, the state of Nevada. I live in Las Vegas. So Las Vegas and Nevada, the state of Nevada and California are at will states. Now, what at will states means is they can fire you anytime, don't have to give a reason why they fire you. But here's the loophole to that. In the fine print of that statement, excuse me, they have to have a valid legal reason to fire you. If they don't, then that's a lawsuit. And a matter of fact, I actually want to touch base. Speaking of that, I actually want to touch base on an article that that umbrella guy posted on Twitter about the pedophile teacher that the Black Pearl. I can't with you right now. Oh, that is too hilarious. I hope they found some powdered sugar on her hair. But here's the article that I saw on Twitter that had that umbrella guy Tug had posted where the pedophile teacher, they didn't fire him. Here's the thing. Being in a union, let's talk about unions. Being in a union is a blessing and a curse. It's a blessing to the person that is protected underneath the union. It's a curse for the company. I'm going to give you a perfect example of how unions work, of why the school has to follow protocol for that teacher. They put the teacher on administrative leave because they found out, here's what happened. He got caught self-gratification, self-love on a Zoom call with his 8th grade students of special needs. He claims, which I'm sitting here giving side eye, that, oh, I didn't realize we're in a meeting. Let me break it down to you. I know plenty of y'all probably been on Zoom calls. You know good darn well you can see whether or not if you've left the meeting. So I don't even want to hear Oh, I didn't know. The meeting was still on. In the lovely little right-hand corner, it tells you, do you want to leave the meeting? Leave the meeting. And it'll kick you out of the meeting. And your laptop, the light on your camera for your computer is lit. So how are you going to sit there and say you didn't know you were still in the meeting is bularkey. Perfect. So the school has, because because that teacher is with a union, he has to, the school has to investigate the incident. So the school has to follow union protocol. I'm gonna give you the perfect example of what happens when a company doesn't follow union protocol. I lived in Hawaii. There's this police officer. Now, several years ago, about good 5, 6, 7 years ago, this Honolulu police officer was seen on camera in a restaurant beating the crap out of his girlfriend. So when that happens, Honolulu Police Department fired him. Guess what? Police officers are a part of union. The Honolulu Police Department is union. So because the Honolulu Police Department didn't follow union protocol, he went to trial. This police officer went to trial, served time in jail, got out, sued the company, sued Honolulu Police Department, got his job back. Here's the irony of that. Not too long after he got his job back, he's back in the same situation as he was in the first hand. But the second time around, they put him on administrative leave. They're following union protocol because this Honolulu police officer went to jail, served jail time, got out, got his job back. So the only way he could get his job back is they said, oh, because we didn't follow protocol, yeah, you could get back. You could get your job back. Here's the thing. You got to go through the academy again. So I had a classmate because I was in the process of going for my bachelor's degree in criminal justice. I have my associate's degree in criminal justice. Well, one of my classmates, he was a Marine, he was in the process, he was in the academy. So when he came into the academy, he said the police officer that got fired and got his job back for beating up his girlfriend, who got his job back, was in the academy. He was a week ahead of him in the academy. So, and then after he got out the academy, not too long after he got out and got his job back, I think it was about 6 months later. Yeah. His girlfriend called the cops like, yeah, he's beating the crap out of me. And then another incident where he's caught on tape beating the crap out of her again. But this time the police department wised up, was like, okay, we got to follow protocol. So yeah, hold on. Let's go. I'm trying to check sorry, I didn't, I'm trying to look at the messages. Well, Steve, here's what they can do. Now, they don't have to fire her, but like I said, if they're going according to the comic books, they can easily write her character Mirror out of the movie Aquaman 2. They could bring her in if they plan on doing Aquaman for like the comic book series. If they plan on doing, I don't know how many Aquaman movies they plan on doing. So if they say, let's say if they plan to do 10 Aquaman movies, they could bring Mira back on the last movie. They could have Mira completely out of all Aquaman movies and put her in the 10th movie, depending on how they're going, if they're going according to the comic books. Yeah, that's another thing. I want to watch the video, but according to what eHacker is saying, he 5 minutes into it, he had to turn it off because he couldn't stand the nameless R's voice. So okay, hope they found. I said that. Oh, hi, Miss Maddie. I'm sorry. I'm so. My apologies. I'm trying to get everybody's comments. Moonshade, I cannot believe you said that. That is hilarious. Hold on. Was it Moonshade that said it? Hold on. At the black. What else? Yep. Even shooting crotch powdered sugar like turkey dust will show up in her. Well, Steve, keep in mind, Elon is my thoughts about that. I think he's paying for it. So yeah, he's covering her legal fees costs with this case. Yeah. Tiffany, why do you think a lot of people watched Aquaman when they found out Jason Momoa was in it? Khal Drogo, come on, Game of Thrones, and I love Game of Thrones. And for those Game of Thrones fans in the chat right now, speaking on that, I know a lot of people was mad at the Game of Thrones endings, but George R. R. Martin already said. Don't know why you're mad because the way Game of Thrones ended, it ends the same in the books. The only difference is in the books you'll get the um, more in depth of how that ending came to be about. But I digress on that one. Okay, hold on. Let's see here. Moonshade. Yes, Moonshade. Whitney's boss Jennifer did mention that. Heck. So here, so with that, this is it's a good thing you mentioned that, Moonshade. You're pagan because the oldest, as far as religion wise, the oldest religion that we know, as far I know, is what Hinduism, and Hindu religion, the pagan religion, because you got to stop and think when it comes to before Christianity was Christianity. What do you think the people were praying to a higher power? The only difference is back then is they refer to that higher power, that supreme being, that higher power to many names. And because throughout history and time, things get distorted because every day we're celebrating a pagan god. Every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Don't get me when it comes to like religion and about paganism. Don't get me started on that because I actually saw a TikTok video where this guy um, had needed help, and the people that came to him to his aid to help, let me tell you, was not Christians. He's like, he in the TikTok video, he's like, we need to not, knock people who. Um, I'm trying to ease this into a lot of y'all nicely. Um, the people that came to his aid, that helped him out a lot that were not Christians, they were, guess what they were? They were Satanists. And he's like, I had to make this video because he said that blew my mind. He's like, I had more love and support from Satanists helping me out in a bad situation than Christians. And yeah, exactly, Moonshade, because we have to stop and think before any religion was created, what do you think the people was praying to? So it's, question isn't Amber legally responsible? Yes, Steve, she is. The Nameless Arts is responsible for those donations because she publicly announced it. I'm donating 3.5 goes to ACLU, 3.5 goes to Children's Hospital. Well, the first $100,000 went to Children's Hospital. That's why Children's Hospital jumped right on it. It's like, shows proof, like, yo, here we go. Here's the paperwork. This is an installment. And then Johnny's lawyers pulled out, oh, these are the receipts. This is the time frame where this date, 100,000 went to Children's Hospital on behalf of Amber through Johnny. Got the copy of the check to prove it. Then the rest of the installment of the $7 million that he gave her, he actually flat out wanted to go ahead and give the money straight to them, but she said no because he knew the reason why JD wanted to do since you're going to donate the $7 million, why don't I just go ahead and give the money to the charity, to the organizations now, so that way you don't have to worry about it. She pitched a fit after he sent the $100,000. She pitched a fit. So he's like, okay, but he knew she wasn't going to donate it. That's why he offered to donate it and put it in her name. But she pitched a fit about it goes against our freaking divorce decree. No, it don't. You said you were donating. He's willing to give the donation, the divorce settlement, to the organizations you wanted to donate to. Why you miss me with the BS? Yeah, Moonshade, that's exactly. I completely agree with you, because that's the one thing that a lot of people you forgot that Satan used to be an angel, but I digress on that one. Yes, Black Pearl, they can. Here's the thing with that about the on Popcorn Planet. He was saying that if JD wins, it could mean the Nameless Arts could do 3 years. I truly hope so. Without white hate sugar. Oh, I forgot that they do have it there too. Take your pick, because she got 3 places that she perjured. Take your pick. She's got 3 places where she perjured herself: Australia, the UK, California. Because I could have sworn, rumor has it, California is looking into, okay, you perjured yourself for getting this DVRO. Because rumor has it, I could have sworn I read somewhere where California is looking into perjury charges as well. Keep in mind, perjury charges is a criminal case. So you already know the state of California, the UK can prove that, and Australia can prove that she lied. Because if you look at the statements, the testimonies of JD's side, their testimony is this consistent verbatim, whereas the nameless artist and her freeloading friends, it changes every time they change. It's like there's like 5-10 different variations of what of the incidents. I'm gonna do a reaction opinion video on spiritually empowered videos of her breaking down the incidents, because the inconsistencies, it's mind boggling, and it's a headache. Shade said, I think the California, they can chase you for a pledge that hasn't been. Yeah, they can, because she put it, I think she also put it in writing that she was going to give it. And that's why the ACLU and Children's Hospital put her name in the list of this is what they're going to donate. But if they hadn't donated, oh, you best and believe they're going to hound them. Actually, Daryl, had she not, let me break it. Daryl, had the nameless artist not wrote that op-ed, we would have never heard about this. So because the nameless artist wrote that op-ed, we know everything. She's smart, but she's stupid. Hold on, I just missed it, I think. Hold on a minute. But she thinks. Okay, Daryl, you said perjury in England, Australia, USA. Once these cases are done, then the government will get. Exactly, because I just, thank you for reminding me. Homeland Security. So she's screwed every which way in every orifice, is every which way but loose. On that, thank you for reminding me of that. Daryl, completely slipped my mind about the Homeland, you lying to the Homeland Security, to the FBI. Oh yeah, you in for a world of hurt with that one. If the FBI don't get to her first, because I have a feeling Homeland Security might hem her up first before everybody else. Steve, let me make this clear. If, like Daryl said, if Homeland, she also perjured herself from Homeland Security. So we already know you can't pull one over on the FBI. So with that being said, yeah, I think FBI is, and I just by Daryl, thank you for bringing that up. I think the federal government is sitting back waiting, watching all this happen. Here's what, Daryl, because you brought that up, here's what I think is going to happen after the civil trial and after the Virginia trial. And keep in mind, the main headquarters for FBI is in DC. So I think they wait until after the civil trial is said and done, and Homeland Security is about to hem her up. I think Homeland Security is going to get to her before Australia, UK, and yeah, she's going to get hemmed up. She thinks she's scot-free now, but yeah, you already know FBI is investigating this one. You know the federal government is investigating this one. And you already know if if the federal government is investigating and you're found guilty, you're most likely going to jail. So, and also with that one, Steve, perjury against the federal government, like Homeland Security, that's federal prison. So, yeah, good luck to the nameless artist on that one. Honestly, yeah, that I need receipts for that. The Black Pearl, it changes every time, even on the stand. And she changes room, door, etc. Exactly. Daryl, most idiots think they are smart, but that creature is so deluded. She must. Thanks, Mouche. Johnny Coast. Yeah. But I like the nameless arse. Because everybody uses turd. I like to be different. Hit Moonshade arse. Because I happen to I like the word arse. So, oh, wait a minute. Oh, thank you, Moonshade. I think I just got a new name. The Nameless Shat. I don't know. I gotta let that marinate a little bit. Oh no, Moonshade, they don't. And like I said, they're waiting for I bet you anything. They're waiting to after the civil case next year. She thinks she's got free. Oh no. Elon can't get her out. I'm gonna tell you this. Mr. Muskie cannot get her out of federal trouble when it's dealing with federal government. You're yeah, that's why I don't like this, turd. Everybody uses that. I like nameless arse. But I don't know. I might switch it to nameless shat. I don't know. I'm thinking of some names. I might have to. See the Black Pearl? Here's how the federal government for the United States work. You know how, and I say that, and this is with companies, corporations, everything. They will they will allow you to do some shady chat, give you just enough rope to hang yourself. So when they're ready to kick that chair or that horse from underneath your feet, oh, it's not going to be cute. It's not going to be pretty. So they're sent, I bet you anything, FBI, Homeland Security send back, they're gathering evidence because, like I said, I'm glad in a way it's a blessing that they pushed the case back to 2022 because that's going to give her this entire year to really go dive further and further and further down into the rabbit hole. And that's what's happening. Okay, Moonshade, you said if Johnny got tax allowance on the 7 million as it was going to go to charity, I wonder how it stands tax wise that she kept the money. Okay, let me excuse me, sorry. Let me explain that. The $100,000 that he donated to Children's Hospital, he could write that off. He probably wrote that off his taxes. Now, when you give 7 million, I don't think So I'm gonna have to assume that let's assume that the divorce settlement was actually more than 7 million, because guess what? If you give somebody 7 million or a million and they deposit it into your bank, they have to take taxes out. So if it was 7 million, I think when it gets to her, taxes will be taken out, so she really won't get the full amount. Like if he was supposed to send her 100K, he'll on his end it'll show he sent the 100K, but when it gets to her bank account, it's going to say a different amount because they have to take the taxes out of that. Now, if you said if they did a divorce settlement to where with the taxes taken out, it's total to 7 million, then no, I don't think she would be taxed with it, but it depends. What did she lie to the feds about? One of the incidents about her so-called friend, I think it was Samantha, and I forgot, is it Samantha or Sabrina? I know her name starts with an S. I think it was Samantha, where the young girl was, I think she's from Europe. So the nameless shot lied and said, "Oh no, old girl isn't an employee." Basically, she had an assistant working for her that wasn't here in the United States on a work visa. So she had to lie and say, "Oh no, she didn't. She's not my employee." So when they asked her, "Well, what did this Miss Samantha Sabrina do?" She's like, "Oh, she picked out my clothes, uh, helped with the stylist. That's still working for you." Was she paid? No, I gave her gifts. That's still working for you. So she lied to Homeland Security about that because I'm like, okay, you can't have somebody you can't have somebody from another country that's not here on a work visa here in the United States if they don't, that's how it happens. So that's what she lied to the feds about. And like I said, I thanks Daryl for bringing that up about the government. So when you lie to Homeland Security, that's a big issue right there because you can't escape for that. Because I'm gonna give you the perfect example. You can't escape for that because basically when the feds do an investigation on you, they do a thorough investigation on you. And okay, I may make some folks mad for what I'm about to say, but I know some people are getting their feelings when I bring up Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson's a perfect example of how the FBI works. Now, a lot of people can sit here and say MJ was a pedophile. Hate to tell you, 10 years of investigation through FBI says otherwise because the FBI investigated Michael Jackson, for 10 years, found nothing to say that he was a pedophile. Did they find some nudie magazines in his room? Yeah, they found Playboy and Penthouse and Hustler. The FBI investigated Michael Jackson for 10 years. 10 years, found nothing. So, with the nameless shot, I already know since she lied to Homeland Security, they're investigating her hard and heavy. I think I don't know if this is why she's being quiet. I don't even know if he is I don't know if she realized that you lied to Homeland Security. If you think you gonna get off scot-free from them, think again. Bless your heart. You trying it. But she perjured herself, but how likely is the court government to pursue action against Amber Heard? They may not want the attention it would bring the looking acting regarding to perjury. Carrie, when it comes to lying to Homeland Security, they don't give two shats about that. They're not looking at their image. They just want justice because first and foremost, you bring someone into the country illegally, but yet you say, "Oh no, she's a friend. It was a gift." No, they even if they want to come here to visit, you gotta. I think they what if you playing? Because I remember I want to take a trip abroad. You have to have. I didn't realize just to go on vacation, you got to have freaking papers. I'm only here in this country for 2 weeks. What is my reason for coming into this country for 2 weeks? Vacation. I didn't realize you damn near have to have I guess what a vacay visa. Anybody that lives out of the United States, please correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, just to go to vacation abroad, you got to fill out paperwork. How long? Why? What's your purpose? What you bringing? All that brouhaha. But yeah, it's not a good look when you lie to the federal government. And if you don't think they're not collecting evidence against her, I bet you anything the FBI probably got more on her than what everybody else got. Hold on, wait a minute. I'm trying to. Sorry, my bad. Bear with me. I'm trying to read everybody's comments. About her English not working for her in the U.S. Okay, the Black Pro, you said it was about the friend that working, not working. She on holiday, but we are paying her a salary. That was, yeah, that's what was the case. She was literally working for the, oh no, she's not, she's just a friend. The money I gave her, those were just gifts. Look here, I was born July 28, 1974, 12:45 p.m. I wasn't born yesterday. Miss me with the BS with that one. She was working for you, but you had her in the country illegally. And you think you're going to get away with that one? With the federal government? That's a federal offense. You're going to federal prison for that. Point blank, period. Yeah. So I'm waiting patiently on that one. Well, Moonshade, nobody's or somebody, so I can't say that. I was going to say nameless sheet, but I happen to like sheets of paper and bed sheets, so I don't know. I'm still. I think I'm instead of because I used to call her that thing, and I wanted to change it, switch up. So see if she did not report the 7 million as an income, can one imagine the interest that adds up? The IRS will own her paycheck and bank account. Oh yeah, her. Hey Justice, how are you doing? Congrats on the 200 subscribers. I hope I could get to that. I don't know how many I'm at now. I think the last time I checked, I was at 147. Moonshade, yep, she's a whole nother year of digging the hole. Yeah, she's getting deep. They're getting deeper and deeper. They can't pull themselves out. And like I said, when this trial starts, Benjamin Chew is going to tear them completely apart. Benjamin Chew, I'm serious. Benjamin Chew is going to do a number on the nameless chat to the point to where she wished the federal government would step in and go ahead and she wish she would be in federal prison because he's going to tear her apart. And I think that's why they're not. I think that's why Homeland Security isn't doing anything right now. They're waiting to after that verdict, because once that verdict goes, once the VA trial goes John and JD's way, oh, when I say Elon can't help her with that one. I think that's when Elon is gonna be like, something, you on your own on this one. I can't. I might have been able to put a California judge in my pocket. I can't. No, I can't put a federal government in my pocket. That good luck with that one, Daryl. I don't get Elon. I know the man's lonely, but hell, the dude's actually got brains. Pity, like most of us blokes. I guess the second brain took over. The nameless artist must be really good at in the set. That's what I was saying. I'm like, either she got the wop or her head game, her slobbing the knob game is on fire. Because I just, but then again, one of her co-workers from Can't Back Down, from the movie Can't Back Down, or Don't Back Down, I don't know, because I don't watch some of her movies. I don't even watch any movies that the nameless artist is in. He even said she's charming, she's smart, she's charming, she's got that charm to where if she does something stupid, you just like, oh, never mind. She's just charming. And all that. The Black Pearl, they found her salary slip proof of payment. Steve Elon has a girlfriend who is pregnant. Actually, Steve, they already had a baby. They already had the baby. And him and his girlfriend that has the baby, and I'm gonna tell you, Steve, the baby's name is Roman numerals. It actually was all Roman numerals, but they had to put 12 at the end of the baby's name because, according to the United States, to put the name, you have to have a valid name on the birth certificate, and having the baby's name in all Roman numerals, that wasn't a valid name, so they had to add 12 at the end. So I'm like, okay, so Elon's girlfriend that he had a baby with, her name is Grime, and I'm gonna tell you, if you go on YouTube and type in her name, that's all I'm gonna say about that. I'm not gonna dwell on that one. And is with, something, Steve, that's exactly what I was saying. That's a throuple right there. I think that's a throuple because you would think all this going on, how come the mother of his recent child is impressed that he took a trip to Mexico with his so-called ex-girlfriend? I think that's a throuple. Yeah, sure do. Yep, I think they had a menage a trois. But wait a minute, hold on. I'm trying to forgive me. I'm still trying to look at the Black Daryl, she came from Perth, I believe. So some lawyer, another Aussie lady was thrown under the bus about the two dogs smuggling into Yeah, about the dogs smuggling in Ozzy. What everybody got to realize. Johnny specifically told her, because see, Johnny was already in Australia. Johnny specifically told her, don't bring the dogs. Guess she pitched a fit. He's like, okay. So Johnny's like, okay, since you want to pitch a fit about bringing Boo and Pistol, you handle it. You fill out the paperwork. Your name is going to be on the paperwork. So if you look at the name, if you look at the paperwork for the dogs to come into Australia, her name is on it. His name ain't nowhere on now one paperwork, but it was his money that he had to bail her out of all her legal troubles. So that's the only thing that's going to have JD's name on it is the legal documents of him bailing her out. But other than that, to bring the dogs in and to smuggle the dogs in, her name is on every paperwork. You don't see Johnny's name nowhere, no how. Daryl, I think they put gag order on the nameless ours. Her own lawyers have done to save skin. I don't know. They still falling into a deep hole. Daryl, you said Michael was weird, but most of us are weird. MJ persecuted them, him, tall poppy syndrome. Yeah, Daryl. I'm actually gonna do a video about that because I'm actually going to, because a lot of people want to follow the Leaving Neverland, fakeometry, but I'm gonna actually do a video debunking that with MJ's niece and nephews, MJ's family, because they literally took that fakeometry and actually ripped it apart because the dates that oh boys that they say that that's another video. Moving on, but I do plan on doing a thorough video thoroughly debunking what people may think. um Elizabeth, Australia wants. Yeah, Elizabeth. Yeah, they're investigating her. They're investigating her for perjury as well. If Amber wrote a check to her assistant, how can that be proven as payment to lie on the stand? Amber can claim bonus pay, gift, etc. See, Steve, the problem with that is that she was in the country illegally. She wasn't under a work visa. So no matter what money you give her, if she was working for you, yeah, you lied on the stands. Because in her statement, she said, she told Homeland Security, no, she was a friend visiting. Even if you, like I said, even if you go to another country, if you want to vacation in another country, you have to fill out, you pretty much damn near have to sign your life away because you got to explain, okay, how long you got to give the date. So when you coming, when you leaving, how long you going to be there, what's the purpose of you coming to this country vacation? So you pretty much you damn near have to, I guess it's a, like I said, anybody that's living outside of the United States, can y'all please correct me on this one if I'm wrong? But it's like, I guess I want to say it's like to vacation abroad, you pretty much damn near have to have a vacation visa. You have to have your pay, you have to have passport, you have to have paperwork that approves you of getting in. Black Pearl, the Black Pearl, you're 100% correct. Visa, and if you are a South African like me, wow, we get pulled off a lot. Wow. So I was right. Yeah, it's a vacation freaking visa. I'm signing. You know how much paperwork that is for a visa? Because I was actually, I was doing research because I was actually thinking of moving to Dubai. You know how much paperwork? Would have had to find a job, would have had to find a place, then had to fill out the paperwork. You got to do that so many months before you even set foot in another country. So it's like, hello. Um, Elizabeth Me, you said depending on countries, visas, shot records, all kinds of. Exactly. You got to get vaccinated. You got to have a TB shot. You got to have this shot. And a matter of fact, a friend of my cousin, she went to London. She has what is this on the tip of my tongue? It's but she has medical issues. But when she went to London, she's like, they had to fill out paperwork after paperwork. Moonshade, you said to visit US, I have to have an ETSA and I can only stay for so many days. I think it's about 3 months. Also have to have proof of being financially capable of paying for my stay. I don't know about that. The Black Pearl sending the nameless chat to South Africa because South Africa happens to be on my travel bucket list, and I really do not want to remove that off my travel bucket list if I know she lives there. Yeah, nah, that's yeah, nah, no. Okay, Daryl says to visit Australia, you need to declare everything: plans, people, duration, and plethora of paperwork, including work permits. Exactly. That's something like you signing your life away just to go on a vacation to Australia. Really? But it's understandable because you trying to keep the crazies out. Oh, bless Australia. Y'all tried to keep the crazy out, but crazy just managed to the slip the hell on in. The Black Pearl and Daryl, you need sponsors as well. Wow. Okay. Carrie, why are they waiting for the Virginia trial? Because she wouldn't be the Carrie, the reason why Homeland Security is waiting on the Virginia trials is because look at all the information and evidence against her that's coming out. Here's how the federal government works. They do thorough investigation, but if they see an opportunity where someone else can do their investigation and all they got to do is just sit back and they got what they needed to get, but if there's more evidence, like if there's new evidence that pop up that they don't have, they're going to sit back and collect everything and everything. Like I said, they're going to let you sit there and make you think, oh, you're scot-free, but as once they're ready to, they're going to give you just enough rope to hang yourself. So once they're ready to kick that horse or that chair underneath your feet, they're going to come and swoop in. But I think the reason why they're waiting for after the Virginia trial, guess what? When you press charges on someone, when you do a federal case, just like the Virginia trial, when it starts, they already have copies, the transcripts from the UK trial. So anytime you have a trial, here's the paralegal criminal justice major coming on. When you have a trial, no matter whether it's criminal or civil, the Virginia trial already has a copy of the transcripts of the UK trial of the son. So that was submitted into evidence on JD's side. So that's why they'll wait, because now once the Virginia trial is done, now depending on who gets to her first, UK or Australia, because right now Australia already announced first that they're going after her. So if Australia it's going to determine, but she lives in, it's a whole slew. So we just going to have to wait and see. The Black Pearl, you said, oh, yeah, no, she does something wrong. It's like, okay, that dumb blonde. Stevie said, "What is really dumb? Adam Waldman has been subpoenaed to give a deposition to the Nameless Arts team. What can he tell them? As all he has to do is claim client attorney privilege. I don't get it." Okay, with that one, Steve. Yeah, there's probably information he probably can disclose that really isn't client attorney privilege, but pretty much a lot of his, yeah, you got a good point, because right now thinking about it, I'm like, unless the only way he would be able to talk is if he was talking on, because not only is Adam JD's lawyer in California dealing with cases in California or whatever he's got to deal with in California, he is also JD's friend. So he's not just his lawyer, he's also one of his good friends. So they're probably they could only ask him questions on a personal basis, but on a professional, client, attorney-client privilege. Anything that was said in California or anything pertaining to the defamation case, he can't disclose. So on a personal level, yeah, he probably could, on a personal level, whatever, if he witnessed anything, yeah, he could disclose that on a personal level, but on a professional level, I don't think it's not going to fly. And to jump on that, let's talk about the fact, we know, rumor has it that Judge White is supposed to be retiring July of this year. Here's my theory of madness. Whoever is the next, because since he's already assigned to the trial, I think he may be able to assign, he may be able to assign another judge. And I think, and if he don't, whoever takes his place in this case, on this trial, keep in mind, this trial is going to be a jury trial. He's either going to be the same strictness as Judge White or even worse. Now, I'm hoping for the even worse, because right now, the Nameless Shack and its legal team is pissing Judge White off. And I'm pretty sure the next subpoena that comes across his desk with the Nameless Shack's name and legal team, he's gonna be like, okay, you know something, I'm about to sanction you. This is so much money for abuse of subpoenas, which a judge can do that, because if they are abusing the power of subpoenas, you getting ridiculous with it. Hold on, depositions. The Black Pearls. No, she doesn't. Wait a minute, huh? Black Pearl, Steve, the judge should have stopped it, to be honest. Elizabeth, you said, Steve, I'm sure there is a tax designation for the funds. The running of that type of household is astronomical, tax write-off is needed. Stevie asked what they named the baby a number. That is being disrespectful to the. Actually, no. You got to understand how smart how intelligent Elon Musk is, because there's a meaning behind that number. Hold on a minute. What is So, good thing you asked that question. Okay. So, let's look at what does Elon Musk's son's name mean. So let's go into here, CNN. Hold on. So, Steve, I'm gonna type out what they may name the baby. Okay. So, baby Musk. Okay, we're gonna have to kill the sound on that one. Hold on. So, Steve, I'm about to post. Okay. So, Steve, the baby's got Roman numerals. Okay, so here's the baby's name, Steve. So let's break this down. Okay. So XAEA-12 Musk. That's a significance. So um, it says here singer Grimes has revealed the meaning behind the unique name of her newborn son with Tesla's SpaceX CEO Elon Musk. So let's see what Grimes has said. Okay, the Canadian musician, real name Clary Lee Spousher, explained X stands for the unknown variable. Meanwhile, AE is the 11 spelling of AI, which is shorthand for artificial intelligence and translates to love in several languages such as Japanese. So the 32-year-old star then shared that a part of her son's name is reference to the couple's favorite aircraft. You can't make this shit up. You can't. I was like, I thought it was weird, but 8-12 equals precursor to SR-17, our favorite aircraft. No weapons, no defense, just speed. Great in battle, but non-violent, she added. Um, then she added plus A equals Archangel, my favorite song. So that's what okay, hold on. What else is the well okay, hold on, let me figure this out. So that is the meaning of Elon and Grimes' son's name. So, okay, let me scroll down. I'm sorry, I'm slow on the. No, Moonshade, no, he didn't want the dogs. He told her, don't bring the dogs. He was already in Australia filming. He told her, don't bring the dogs. The Black Pearl, it was on one of your news channels. The Black Pearl, Muskie Boy called his child Dusty. Yeah, the Black Pearl art is the funniest. Steve's like, I understand now. I thought the check was giving him to the assistant to lie on the stand. Yep, her assistant paycheck proof. Amber lied about her work status. Yep, sure did. Is Moonshade, even with all correct paperwork, I still got questioned. I still got questioned on arrival in California why I was there. Why was I there? Yeah, like I said, anytime you traveling abroad, you pretty much gotta fill your damn life away. Just had a friend of mine tell me she bought a brand new car, and she's like, sis, I felt like I was signing my life away. I was signing 30 pages. I'm like, yeah, when you trading in a car, when you trading your older car for the brand new 2021, she got her 2021 Chevy Equinox. Yeah, you're gonna sign a buttload of paperwork. Carry paperwork for entering another country includes proving how you would fund your stay. Exactly. Like I said, you gotta sign you pretty much damn near just to go on vacation, you gotta sign your life away. That is the Black Pearl. That is what we did. We moved from South Africa to Panama, friendly visa status. Moonshade told them to meet my new granddaughter. Got so guess I'm making South Africa off the travel bucket list. Damn. Corruption, human trafficking, and so much more. Yeah. Okay, Daryl. Okay, gotta go. Gotta law. Make lunch and domestic. So I enjoyed the chat. Be safe, care, have fun. Catch you on the flip side. See you again. All you wonderful people. Thanks, Daryl. Thanks for coming in. Black Pro. Elizabeth, me, yes, I always get a copy of my prescription and basic list of diagnosis, doctors, contacts. The plus this is I get an appointment for security checks and an extra carry-on for med stuff. See, the thing is, I have a mobility scooter, so if I travel, I have to travel with that bad boy. So I know by me having the scooter, I could, once travel starts opening up, I would have to say I'm in a mobility scooter, so that way I could bypass the metal detectors. So I have stuff, plus I'm a diabetic, so I have all my stuff. My machine that I check my blood for, and my mobility scooter. So like, you know how they gonna do that if I travel. Moonshay had me to do all the stuff for my. Okay, Steve, you said what I find deplorable is that the nameless chat tried to blame Johnny for her lies to Australian authority because she used JD's lawyers to fill out the paperwork, or was that Judge Nichols? I think she used hers. I'm not sure. I don't know if it was JD's lawyers that filled out the paperwork. JD's like, don't put my name on it. If you want to bring these damn dogs, I told you don't bring the dogs. But he probably was like, put the dogs in doggy daycare or a doggy resort and come on. Just bring yourself. Don't bring you so adamant you want to bring the damn dogs. Now he's out of millions of dollars because he had to clean her freaking mess. Elizabeth, me years, but if you need anything like replacements or have proof. I'm trying to show that. Come on, hold on. Don't tell me my computer's giving me issues right now. Moonshade Adam may be going to be asked about his Twitter stuff. He's okay, Moonshade, with that one about with the Twitter stuff. He's only saying what was already put out already. So I'm like, really? This is what you gonna do? Okay, Elizabeth, me, you said in UK and Australia, they just take care of you with their universal health care. The Black Pearl, who Elizabeth, the UK calls NHS, National Healthcare. Elizabeth thanks, Brian. Hi, Wendy, City Dreams. What do you mean, Wendy? He city dreams. I I don't know. Because like I said, you're dealing with the man who owns Tesla. Excuse me, I'm sorry, my bad. You don't have a little snack. Okay, Stevie said, can you imagine the bullying their son will have because of that name? Even using Love 12 will bring bullying. I hope his son has a normal middle name. I think that's the entire name. I don't even think he has a middle name. Oh no, Circle of Death keeps on happening. Elizabeth me, Sandi, it is so easy. They take great care to make it easy to travel. I hope so, because there's some yeah, my main stop on my travel bucket list is jolly old England, because I'm a foodie and I like to eat, because I'm a big girl and I like to eat, and I want to experience real fish and chips from where it was created. Oh yes, I could make my own fish and chips here, but it's not the same if you're not in the country that is created. One of my favorite. I love meals from different cultures. My favorite meal, I love shepherd pie. Oh my god, I love shepherd pie, but I gotta find a good shepherd's pie. I gotta find a good shepherd's pie recipe. Anybody got any good recipe? I could drop in my email, drop a comment. Eat. It is great. Traveling is easier though. So did Elizabeth me? Is your travel? I make amazing shepherd. Yeah, that's my favorite. Stephen, if anyone watched Scorpion, Elon reminds me of the main character on the show, and next thing you know, they cancel that shit. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna need y'all to see. Y'all can't just hook me like this and then decide, oh no, we're not gonna continue the show. Because there's been several shows where I got hooked on the first season. The show didn't even make it past season 1. I was like, for God, are you serious right now? He is a genius who does not understand people or how to relate to them. On my Pinterest page. Thank you, Carrie. Yeah. I might be willing, because I also like to drink too. I might be willing to try some beer. But see, me with and a matter of fact, I know we went to I could go on for days, but I just want to show. I'm gonna tell you, have any of y'all done the DNA, like the 23andMe, My Ancestry? In 2015, I did My Ancestry. And I'm sorry, not My Ancestry. In 2015, I did the 23. So to find out the interesting tidbit, see, remember I said I mentioned I like to drink as well. So I like the choice to drink I drink is like brown liquor. I don't I once in a blue moon, every once in a while might have a couple of drinks from the clear liquids, but if it's not brown liquor, don't give it to me. So I'm gonna give you guys a little tidbit, since this is a Q&A about of whatever. So let me give you a little ancestry overview with my 23andMe. So I like brown liquor. So my DNA is, I'm like, I love 23andMe, and I'm gonna tell you how far 23andMe goes. 23andMe does your DNA all the way to the point to where they can even tell which Neanderthal group you're from. You see my face when I saw that, when I said that? 23andMe breaks your DNA all the way down to Neanderthal. That was in 2015. Now that data updated and got advanced, oh my God. So on here, my ancestry shows I am I'm gonna read you guys my ancestry composition. So according to 23andMe, I'm sub-Saharan African 91.9. So I'm 6.9% West African, 27.6% Nigerian, 20.5 Guyanan, Liberian, Sierra Leonean, 2.7% of Senegambian, and getting in 16.1 broadly West African, 23.8 Congolese in South Africa, 21.0% England, Congolese, 0.8 Southern East African, 2% broad Congolese, Southern East African, broadly Sub-Saharan African, 1.2%. Here's the interesting part about my European traits. This is hilarious. I get a kick out of this. Oh, it went up now. I'm telling you, with all this technology, it keeps going up. I'm 7.1% European. So Northwestern European, I'm 7.1. Here's the kicker. British and Irish, I'm 4.8%. Scandinavian, I'm 0.6%. Broadly Northwestern European, I'm 1.7. So here's the thing. Since they said 4.8 British Irish, I kind of figure why I love whiskey and brown liquor, and probably why I love anything that's Irish liquor is because of the Irish. Windy City Drinks Kraken rum is a very good taste and spiced rum all the way back. Moonshade, my brother gave me a 23andMe test kit for my birthday. Don't know why, as we have the same parents, we look alike and have been mistaken as twins. Moonshade, I hope you did it, because I'm telling you, you'll find, on TikTok, I'm telling you guys, if you guys are not on TikTok, go on TikTok, because you learn a lot of stuff on TikTok. There's this one trend that's going to where they uncovered a family secret, and the stories some of these TikTok creators had about how they discovered that one family, even this girl, she's like, she looked like the family members, she looked like the siblings. Come to find out, they weren't. She wasn't. Yeah, she was not theirs. Family little secret. She wasn't her. She found out her mother wasn't her mother. Her mother was her aunt. so her biological mother, but the way they showed it was the aunt took her in. So her biological mother, the woman that she thought was her aunt, was actually her biological mother, but her biological mother's sister took her and raised her. But she didn't know that because she always thought, oh, that was, she's my mother. Moonshade. Okay, bye, Steve. Okay, Carrie, try Hey Club whiskey is lush. Is it? Moonshade, my great grandfather was at the autopsy of a the Ripper victim. Oh, that's cool. See, that's why I like the DNA tests, because you can delve into your family history. See, me, I'm actually, the reason why I did 23andMe is I'm adopted. So my mother that raised me is my adopted mother. She's not my blood mother. She's my adopted mother. And I figured because I was adopted in South Carolina. So have a good one, the Black Pearl. See you again. I'll probably announce it. I'll probably do another live stream like this, impromptu live stream, probably on Thursday. I'll announce it. I'll give you guys a time, so that way maybe more people could come in. But I'm gonna wrap it up. But I'm gonna finish saying what I'm gonna tell this story, and I'll call it an evening because we're at 2 hours and stuff. So we'll do this again I'll probably do it one on Thursday. I'm adopted. So for the state of South Carolina, I have to subpoena the state of South Carolina, the courts of South Carolina, to unseal my adoption records, because my adoption was a closed adoption. So you have two types of adoptions. You have open adoption, you have closed adoption. Open adoption, is where the biological family stays in touch with the child, but they stay away. Closed adoption, the only general information I have received is how old my biological mother was, what she did, some of the family members, if I had a sister or siblings, if I, a little bit about aunts and uncles, but with their names and birth dates redacted. So with that being said, I figured let me see if I can find my biological family through DNA. So I went on in 2015. I went on did my DNA, and lo and behold, 2019, I actually, before I moved, I was living in Hawaii. I moved here to Vegas in 2019, June of 2019. So before 6 months before I moved to Vegas, I had found a biological second cousin. Now, the first biological found out her mother, I'm related to my third cousin by her mother, because her mother is did the 23andMe, and her mother is I think I did that. I did Windy City Dreams to see the closed matches and their databases. Oh, wait a minute. I don't know. Thank you for mentioning that. I got to double check. I think I did. I'm not sure. So my third the first biological cousin I found, I'm related to her by blood, by her mother. Her mother and I are related by blood. But my second biological cousin, I found another second biological cousin 6 months prior to me moving here. Because the first one, I already knew her for years. Um, um, I was Facebook friends with her for a good couple of years because she's trying to talk to people she put the word out on her side of the family. I'm like, who does she belong to? And the cousin that when I moved to Vegas, she actually lived here in Vegas. And a matter of fact, she actually September of last year, she actually moved back to South Carolina where I was born. She moved back to Spartanburg, South Carolina, because I was born in Spartanburg, raised in Charleston. She was the closest. She was my second biological, and she even reached out to her family. She's like, hold on, let me call my grandma. Let me see. Anybody that's going to know anything is my grandmother. And my grandmother, if needs be, she'll put out the words like, okay, you need to find out. Because she showed me a picture of one of her aunts who could possibly be her mother, be my biological mother, but I don't know. So that's the journey. Because my mom now, are you still searching for your biological family? It's like, with the pandemic going on, I'm like, I look at it this way, I'm happy with my mom that I have now. I knew I was adopted. Yeah, because as a matter of fact, when I was Wendy City Dreams, also I have been hearing about gene match. You can upload. Yeah, I'm way ahead of you on that one, Wendy City Dreams, because as soon as I got sent an email with GeoMatch. And in fact, my ancestry is my heritage ancestry.com does the same thing. So anything they're now linked to each other. Now there's one DNA testing I want to do, but I'm gonna wait till my $1,400. I get this $1,400 stimulus or unemployment, whichever comes first. Excuse me, I take a sip. Is African ancestry. Now, African ancestry, that's a $300 DNA test because they actually take you back because they're the owner is the no one else has that particular type of database that they use. The technology that they use to do the DNA for that, the African DNA, because the African ancestry DNA, they will pretty much tell you your DNA all the way to which African tribe you belong to. And it's not, African ancestry DNA is not just for Americans and people of color. I'm pretty sure if any of you guys do a DNA test, you'll be surprised what you have in your family tree. That's why I say shake the leaves on your tree. So with that being said, that's so I had a conversation with my mom. She's like, I'm like, she's like, I thought you were gonna do. I'm like, thank you. Yeah, they have a larger database. That's why they can actually pinpoint what African tribe your DNA derives from. Now, if they can actually pinpoint if we both came from Adam and Eve, that'll be good. But I digress on that one. Who knows? But I told my, I was like, I want to find my biological parents, but in a way I don't, because my dad, may he rest in peace, passed away in 2010. And the only person I have left as far as close family who I trust with my life is my mom. And, I really, you know, I'm happy with that. It's good to know that I got to know one of my biological family members, even if it's not my biological mother or my biological father, or I know I do have a sister who is a year older than me, but other than that, it is. So I'm happy and content. I'm like, it would be nice to find my biological family, but I'm really not pressed about it. I may just try, for shits and giggles to see, okay, pandemic, any possible way you could waiver the court subpoena, because I'm, just to subpoena the state just to open my adoption records to find out who my biological parents are. Some states, once you turn 18, you can find it'll be unreleased. But the state of South Carolina is like, no, you have to subpoena the South Carolina courts. And I've tried several times to contact family lawyers in South Carolina to do that, because I do have the adoption information. Because luckily, I kind of wrote down into my mom's lockbox and the adoption papers, so I know who the judge was, when it was set, and everything. But it is what it is. I'm going to show you my mother's side of the family. I've proven we are true blood heirs to who title of Earl of Stafford. Our castles and lands were stolen by either our births. That usually is so. If you want to start making a family tree, my heritage lets you fill in a tree for free. See, I would love to do that if I knew my family, because the only family tree I know is my mom's. Now my mom's family tree, wow, because my my mom's maiden name, there's like 9 different spellings to my mother's maiden name, and her family tree. Oh my God, my mom is light skinned. The way that Southerners will say she's red bone, and she'll say she's either high yellow or she's red bone. So, but a lot of people think me and her look alike. I'm like, glasses maybe, but because I'm the same complexion as my father, may he rest in peace. But excuse me, sorry. But my mom, who is 11, she'll be 22. I don't think you can. I don't know if you can see that. Wait a minute, hold on, honey. The light. Okay, I didn't mean to. I wasn't trying to play music. Oh, you can't see the picture. Crap, hold on. You can't see that picture because that looks like, hold on, I need to find one where you can actually see her Facebook page. That's another beauty. Thank God my mother is on Facebook. So come on now, really? I turned the light down. I may have to. This is sad. I gotta turn it to the side. That's my mother. She will be 72 this year. She's 71. So you see how she's like, a lot of people say we look alike. I'm like, thank you. But me and my mom get a laugh at that. Now on the phone, if there have been times where my aunt, her own sisters, hey, my mom's name's Peggy. She's like, hey Peggy, how are you? I'm like, oh, hold on, mom's in the kitchen. Ma, it's your sister. So on the phone, we sound alike. I don't think we sound alike, but yeah, I guess. But okay, thank you, Wendy City Dreams. It's so Moonshade is so expensive to go through World Heritage to get recognition though. Yeah, yeah, I hear you. So I'm gonna end this stream because I'm not trying to do it. Trust me, I can go on for a long time talking about stuff. It was great for those. Thank you, Wendy City Kitty Dreams. Thank you, Moonshade. Thank you, Elizabeth Me, the Black Pearl, everybody that showed up, Carrie, Steve, everybody. Thank you for attending my first, well, yeah, my actually first official live stream. So I'm gonna end this here. You guys have enjoy your evening. I'll probably do another one Thursday. So, you know, it's, so we could talk about, like I said, we could talk about anything. Thank you, Moonshade. Thank you, everyone. And I will hopefully see you guys Thursday. Well, actually, some of you, I will be, just to announce before I go, I will be on Stevie's live stream tomorrow. So catch me here. Bye. Thank you so much. Thank you, you guys.